attempt that President Biden also now calling for unity.
You know, the political record in this country has gotten very heated. It's time to cool it down.
Condemning political violence in an Oval Office address last night.
Politics must never be a literal battlefield, and God forbid, a killing field.
The president also said he's grateful that former President Trump was not seriously injured, and the two spoke by phone. The Trump reaction to the call? It was very nice. He's now in Milwaukee to accept his nomination this week and says he's completely rewriting his speech.
The 2024 Republican National Convention is set to be a historic one. And in his first interview since the attempt on his life, former President Trump says it is a miracle that he survived. He told the New York Post in an interview, quote, "The doctor at the hospital said he never saw anything like this. He called it a miracle. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be dead." That's
Fox's Brooke Singman. Now, the Trump rally goer who was killed was Corey Comparator, a firefighter Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro calls a hero.
Because when the bullets flew, Comparator laid down his life for his loved ones.
Corey dove on his family to protect them at this rally. Corey was the very best of us.
Governor Shapiro did also reach out to the families of the critically injured rally attendees.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. The gunman was shot and killed by Secret Service. 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. Investigators are at his home in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, where Fox's CB Cotton reports.
Law enforcement sources are telling me the focus is now shifting to gaining access into the shooter's phone. I'm told that federal agents will not feel confident in their assessment that the shooter acted alone until they're able to go in that phone and see who he was communicating with.
And the Secret Service will brief the House Oversight Committee today. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Donald Trump Jr. here. Since January of 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back, but you can stop your losses by diversifying into a gold IRA from my friends at Birch Gold Group. To learn more, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Security, an even bigger focus now at the GOP convention in Milwaukee after the Trump assassination attempt. Republican National Committee Chair Michael Whatley tells Fox News Sunday,
"We feel very comfortable that we're working with the Secret Service. We're working with 40 different law enforcement agencies in terms of what that security is going to look like."
Now, convention goers are even more motivated.
Jeremiah Cota from Arizona says after the shooting that targeted former President Trump, the election's even more important.
This is completely unprecedented, and I just can't imagine. We have to get President Trump elected. There's no other option.
Now, as for the GOP's party platform, abortion only gets one mention in the 16-page document. Pro-life activist Terry Herring of Ridgeland, Mississippi, says that is fine by her.
We'd made all that progress. We don't want to lose it. And I just believe that the fight has gone to 50 states. So I think it will become a states' rights issue. That was what we had hoped for.
The border, inflation, and crime are expected to be major themes. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
Republicans will also be likely critical at the convention of Biden foreign policy as two American adversaries play war games.
A port in China's southern Guangdong province hosts Russian armed forces for this combined exercise. It'll include anti-missile exercises, sea strikes, and air defense. Last week, NATO called China a decisive enabler of Russia's war in Ukraine. Beijing responded by warning the military alliance not to bring chaos to Asia. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
China's economy has slowed down with less growth last quarter than expected, but not an issue on Wall Street. Rising futures suggest big gains this morning for the Dow and the Nasdaq. Carlos Alcaraz won Wimbledon, beating Novak Djokovic for the second straight year to win the title. Argentina topped Colombia 1-0 in the Copa America soccer tournament. Spain beat England in the Euro tournament. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news.
Onlookers took part in the symbolic start to a new plaza in the heart of the city of Champaign Friday night. City leaders, community members, and a state senator gathered near the corner of Main and Neal Streets, celebrating the beginning of a downtown plaza with a groundbreaking. Construction on Phase 1 starts this week. Champaign Police launching a new program. It's designed to promote community safety by offering a bird's-eye view of large community events and in-progress situations through the launch of an unmanned aerial systems program. Champaign Police will be able to quickly search for missing persons, photograph crime scenes and traffic crashes with speed and accuracy, and promote the safety of the community and police personnel. With a rare double emergence of cicada broods in the past, researchers looking at the damage done to fruits. Karuna Kaffel, a researcher within the University of Illinois Department of Crop Sciences, requesting that fruit growers report any sustained damage done to trees, bushes, or vines. The most obvious damage would be slits on small branches. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Good morning. It is Monday. I am Stevie Jay. Diane is off today, and I'll have former Secret Service Special Agent in Charge, Robert Caltabiano, coming up here in a moment. Weather brought to you by Carl, ready to help you with your sports and back-to-school physicals. Book the appointment at a location near you. Visit carl.org. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier. I am Stevie Jay, and good morning to you, weatherman. I heard the rumble-thumble, but I guess it wasn't a massive amount of rainfall in Champaign County, was it?
Yeah, most of which over the past weekend has been hit and miss, and generally into that 10th to quarter. Some spots that got a little quick direct hit at a half to three quarters, but boy, you got towards the Kankakee and southeast from there towards the Brickyard into western Ohio, Michigan, and back up into Wisconsin, a pretty wide swath of 1 to 2, and some spots better than 3 inches. And we're going to get into some of the meat and potatoes of it all here with a pretty snappy cold front into this very juicy, moisture-laden heat wave briefly type weather pattern for the day-to-day, as in the heat advisory until 8 o'clock this evening, and muggier than all get out there at 72 at Willard and Savoy, 70 at Danville, 71 at Rantoul, already 81 at St. Louis, to 70 up at Chicago, up towards the Twins. The thunderstorm activity that's probably about 8, maybe 9 hours out from getting going around here, flowing up there. It'll fade, then redevelop across northern and eastern Iowa, southwest Wisconsin. There may be a derecho, one of those right-turning, spinning thunderstorm bands will come through the area. They typically have hail and a lot of high wind with them, and hence an enhanced risk of severe weather, category 3 out of 5 of severe weather over about the northern half of Illinois, and east central Illinois and Champaign counties included in that. So heads up on a couple of thunderstorm clusters that will develop north and northwest mid and late afternoon. They'll come through the air in a couple of rounds, both early on tonight and again after midnight. Low down to 74. Tomorrow partly sunny, hot, humid around 90. Showers and thunderstorms in the morning, lesser chance in the afternoon. 68 tomorrow night, and a cooler, less humid Wednesday afternoon, partly sunny, 82. Delightful Thursday and Friday, highs upper 70s, back near 80 on Saturday, low 80s Sunday and Monday, and dry weather takes us into early next week as well. For Stevie J Broadcasting Meteorologist Greg Solier.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
Well, folks, just had quite a weekend. I'm Stevie Jay, and I'm trying to effort Robert Caltabiano, former Secret Service Special Agent in Charge. As you can imagine, his phone's been ringing off the hook. He's the guy that can talk about The assassination attempt on President Donald J. Trump, former President Trump, was in Pennsylvania. As you all know by now, you saw the replay 100 times if you followed it at all of what happened. And it is what we're going to talk about pretty much all morning. And you're always welcome to get something off your chest. If you're thinking something, you want a chance to express it. I get a chance to come in every day and just vent. And so you can too if you want to text in 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. All right, so I'm at my computer on Saturday and I'm doing a few other things, and my friend Bruce sent me a text and he said there's a sound Secret Services all over Donald Trump 5 minutes ago. Immediately I jump on and get some live coverage, and I'm watching this, and the initial, well, he seems okay, but they didn't notice the blood in his ear. And so all of this unfolds over the next several hours into the night, and we find out that it was in fact an assassination attempt on the former president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and it was just shocking, I guess. All the stuff that we've been going through in this country for 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, I don't think anybody's absolutely shocked that somebody would try this, but just that it actually happened, and everything's on television now in 100 different angles. And what's just amazing is that this 20-year-old loner that was bullied or whatever, all these fragmented things that are coming about this kid. Was he acting alone? The Secret Service, FBI getting the phone, trying to see if he communicated. I'd guess he didn't, based on what people have said about him, that he was bullied and he was just kind of by himself and kind of a loner. Worked at a nursing home and I think helping to feed the nursing home residents. Anyway, so we're trying to learn more about who he was, how he can make a shot like that. As they say with an AR, Robert Caltabiano will join me here in 10 minutes, 22. Okay. Thank you. I'm texting now. Okay, so what's incredible, like apparently with an AR, a 130-yard shot is not a big deal. So you have a scope and you have this rifle. But obviously the glaring question is how in the world, with a pretty much standalone building with a clean shot to the president, how could that not go? And they say local police was in charge. We don't have the detail. Okay, why wasn't local police on top of that roof to secure one of the only spots possible from elevation to take a shot? So that's one that's got to be answered, because Secret Service does all their stuff, but with the convention and with the fact that the former president does not get the same detail as the sitting president, Joe Biden. And so you might not have had enough people. And then an outdoor venue is pretty tough. Generally, it's out in a field where you don't have, an AR can shoot 600 yards away, I guess. And so you don't have, security, I know, is a challenge, but inside apparently was secure. And then I've heard reports this morning that was this young man kind of toying with going inside? I don't know how that would have worked with a long rifle. Maybe he had some other weapons. They found some sort of explosive making items at his home where I think he lived with his dad. Again, we're all learning things. He did take his dad's gun and use that. And then you heard the pop, 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 pop. And then the next pop, pop, pop you heard was the snipers for the Secret Service shooting and killing him instantly. And then shooter down was what we heard. And that's when they decided to move the president to his van. And with blood coming out of his ear and down his cheek, he chose to pump his fist and yell, "Fight." And in an instant, you never know how doctors have said that it's either fight or flight. And he chose to stand up and, I guess, tell the people, too, he's okay. But you have to be in shock a little bit. But by the grace of God, he turned his head. And he had kind of a PowerPoint going on a big screen there in Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, in Butler, Pennsylvania. He had a PowerPoint going. And he kind of looked back at it. And they showed an image. Now, I don't know if you saw the New York Times Pulitzer Prize-winning photographer. Get that picture of the bullet whizzing past his head. That's all over internet. And they did kind of an image of, I saw Fox News do an image of what would happen had he not turned his head. And turning his head, it clipped his ear, but had he been looking forward to the audience, it takes off the back of his head. He's dead. The doctor at the hospital told Donald Trump, he said, this is a medical miracle. It's a miracle that you're alive. So how do we go forward? We got all that we'll be discussing. I thought Joe Biden did a fine job trying to turn the heat down. Can we turn the heat down more than like 10 hours? Is it possible? Because we really kind of need to do that. And there are people out there wishing the guy had better aim. You're always going to have those folks. I mean, unfortunately, that's just part of our life. We've got people that are just, no matter what, not going to change. But it's not going to be very many of them. Most of the country is aghast at this attempt. Nobody wants this. Was it building toward this? I think yes. But does it change anything? I pray yes. But do we think it really will? Guess time will tell. Okay, more coming up. Robert Caltabiano, get him on the phone here in 5 minutes. I am Stevie J. The text line open 217-359-2255. If you have any thoughts you want to discuss here this morning, it's good to get it out. All right, we go to our morning sports. Cubs and Cardinals split over the weekend. From St. Louis.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. The Cardinals had an uplifting doubleheader sweep on Saturday, but hit a thud yesterday as the Cubs collected 6 home runs, 4 against Miles Michaelis, 2 of those against Andrew Kittredge, and the Cubs beat the Cardinals 8-3.
Cardinals tied a team record, actually, since Busch Stadium 3 opened with the 6 home runs they allowed. They did it last year to the Reds as well. Alec Burleson homered for the Cardinals. That was a bright spot, but the Cardinals just couldn't get a lot going. Brendan Donovan on base 4 times.
Well, the Cardinals go to the break. It's a loss and a 2-4 homestand, but the Cardinals find themselves in second place, 4.5 behind Milwaukee.
And the division is really tightening up because Cincinnati's playing well. Can't count out the Cubs either.
So the Cardinals are off until Friday night when they open a 3-game series in Atlanta against the Braves. Then they'll play 3 games in Pittsburgh before coming home to take on the Washington Nationals on Friday, July 26th. The Cubs won yesterday, 8-3 at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
Well, I made it to the All-Star break home run derby, one of the most entertaining things. Is that tonight? I am just not tuned into the All-Star thing right now, but it is All-Star break. Their team's off till Friday. Cardinals pick a shortstop who will probably be a second baseman in the annual draft, and the Cubs pick up a power hitter, third baseman. That's all I know. Weather with meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by Busey for over 150 years. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. It's heat and humidity and a heat advisory till 8 o'clock this evening. Boy, use care and caution with heat index values of 105 to near 110 later this afternoon. And a forecast high of 93. South winds and a mostly sunny sky, although clouds begin to build late this afternoon. And by this evening, up north and northwest of Champaign County, active and severe thunderstorm clusters will propagate south and eastward. A couple of rounds of thunderstorms for tonight, heavy and severe, probably requiring a weather watch with an enhanced risk of severe weather. A low down to 74, light south wind, but strong and gusty with the downpour producing showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot to humid, showers and thunderstorms in the morning, back in for the afternoon, a high around 90. Winds will shift westerly. Rains will move out early tomorrow night, lows down to 68, turning cooler, less humid for the day. On Wednesday, partly sunny up to 82. Very pleasant weather ahead for Thursday and Friday this week. Highs in the upper 70s, back up near 80 on Sunday, lower 80s for Sunday and Monday into next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes, or perhaps a second home away from it all. Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Goldman Sachs earnings top forecast. The stock is higher. It was helped by investment banking and its fixed income business, which is bonds and notes. Goldman is raising the dividend it pays investors. BlackRock Financial also reported an upbeat quarter this morning. Cleveland Cliffs is buying Canada's Stelco Holdings. It's a deal valued at $2.5 billion. Stelco is expected to operate as a wholly owned subsidiary. The Wall Street Journal says Google is in advanced talks to buy cybersecurity startup Wiz. That deal could be worth $23 billion. Truth Social's parent company, Trump Media and Technology shares are sharply higher after former President Trump survived an assassination attempt Saturday. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
Interesting people. Talking to Will Kane.
I said, what do I call you? I call you Dwayne. I call you The Rock. He said, now that I own it, I can call you The Rock.
Yes, I own it now. You can call me The Rock.
Our next guest needs no introduction. It is Dr. Jordan Peterson, my old friend and frenemy, Stephen A. Smith.
What is going on here? I see the Will Kane Show in the background. I see the microphone.
Watch it live at noon Eastern, Monday through Thursday on FoxNews.com. And get the podcast 5 days a week at FoxNewsPodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
Love calzones? Jets Pizza in Champaign is offering their calzone-style boats for just $8.99. Available online only at jetspizza.com with code C1. All of their boats typically feed 2 people. Just apply coupon code C1 at checkout to take advantage of the deal. Your deli boat of choice or one-topping jet boat for $8.99. Pickup or delivery. Jets. Better because it has to be.
Tim Onstad, Dixie Chopper and Dedicated Diesel. How about my Dixie Chopper? Got any deals?
Yeah, I was in one of the farm stores yesterday. I won't say their name. And I saw a Husqvarna mower for $6,500 zero-turn. I guarantee I can get you on a Dixie Chopper, the king of zero-turn mowers. Much better quality for at least $1,000 less.
And plus you service it.
Yes, Andy and Jeremy will service them right there in Urbana and take care of you.
Walk through that process of getting a new Dixie Chopper.
You go in and see Andy, and he'll lay it out for you, the prices. There is financing available. There are various discounts for first responders, veterans. It goes on and on. We'll get you in and want to get the right price. Andy will take care of it. You can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana.
Okay, good news. I have the number to this former Secret Service agent. The bad news is so is everybody else. So I'm unable to answer. Robert Caltabiano, he's been on the show a number of times in the past, and obviously a lot of questions. Number one is, if you were in charge of the Secret Service, what's the question you're asking your team today? How'd this happen? It's a failure from the standpoint of getting a shot at the president with the technology and the people we have. Milwaukee's going on. You got a lot of Secret Service agents up there. A candidate for president does not receive the same detail as Joe Biden. It's just not. They get Secret Service, but I've heard lack of personnel. Kim Cheadle is in charge of the Secret Service. What happens to her? They're going to have hearings in a week. The number one question I would have is how would this happen? And then how did one of the only possible buildings that would have a clear shot at the president be unattended? And did people really see him crawling up on his knees and arms and elbows with a long rifle, an AR? And what was the response? And there's a whole bunch that could, so it doesn't happen again, I guess is the point. I think outdoor venues have been very difficult to, once you're inside, I think you're inside, and I think it's pretty solid. So in Milwaukee, I know I saw a map of all this security and when pedestrians will be stopped, when boats will be stopped, when you are completely, I can't imagine how long it's going to take to get into that arena. Isn't that where the Milwaukee Bucks play? So 20,000 people plus floor seats? I would think over 20,000 plus will be in for most of the week. They say 50,000 will be in Milwaukee for this convention. And so getting a dinner reservation will be very difficult. Anyway, lots of people up there. So what happened? How did it happen? What an unbelievable event. Most everybody, because you can't get everybody to agree on anything, but most everybody pretty much shocked at the fact that somebody would come that close to assassinating Donald Trump or anybody. I mean, it's we've gotten better through the years with our intelligence and everything else, but just the fact that you're seeing everything on live television. And then the pop, pop, pop. I know people say it sounds a little like firecrackers or cars that back up or whatever that sound is, but you can hear clearly the pop, pop, pop. And apparently the killer got 5 to 7 shots off before he was killed. And again, they had behind Donald Trump, you could see at a different angle, you had 2 snipers with all the stuff that you need. And again, you couldn't see the shooter until he put the rifle over the edge because there was a lower pitch as he was crawling up the side. You wouldn't be able to see from that point. But the Secret Service comes, before these things a week ahead and just surveys the whole thing. And maybe it was simply a question of we didn't have enough people. And so we depend on law enforcement who are not especially trained at, preventing anything happening to the President of the United States or the former President of the United States. So I don't know, but we'll get the answers. Everybody wants to know is how, if you look at the map of the buildings, there just weren't many places where you could get a look at the podium. And so why there wasn't somebody on the roof with a rifle and just securing that. But this kid brought a ladder, crawled up it. Some people claim to have seen it happening and told local police is what some of the claims are. But again, after something like this, you got to be careful of information not being quite accurate. Well, initially, they didn't even call it an assassination. Initially, I think CNN reported the president has fallen down. So they didn't really report there were gunshots. And again, you're still sorting it out. And the people kind of ducked and got down. The sad firefighter who lost his life protecting his daughter and wife, and the other 2 were critically injured, by the way, are now in stable condition. So 1 fatality. The Donald Trump campaign immediately started a GoFundMe page for that family and possibly those that were severely injured. And they're at $3.7 million in the GoFundMe page to give the family some money. All right, a break. Brother Johnny's going to chime in. Terry Schilling, who's essentially part of they call it the NRA for Families. He's in Milwaukee. We'll catch up with both of them in the next half hour. If we can ever reach a Secret Service agent, we'll continue to try and call because I would love to know what he would ask his team this morning if he were in charge again. Robert Caltabiano is who we're trying to effort, and we'll continue. All right, we'll be right back. This is Monday. It is July 15. Diane's off today. I am Stevie J, 217-359-2255. You're going to jump on the text line, Fisher National Bank text line. We'll be right back. 729.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. We are honored to be celebrating 15 years of service and want to thank all of our amazing clients for their confidence and trust. We look forward to meeting the needs of current and future clients in the years to come. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Former President Trump is in Milwaukee for the RNC, ready to deliver a message of unity after the assassination attempt at his Pennsylvania rally.
And he says he's completely rewritten his speech to focus on unity rather than on President Biden's policies. Trump said the speech he was going to give on Thursday was going to be a humdinger. Had this not happened, this would have been one of the most incredible speeches. Honestly, it's going to be a whole different speech now.
Fox's Brooke Singman. President Biden ordering an independent review of the security at the rally. The Secret Service director out with a statement this morning say they will participate fully.
The Secret Service was in charge of security at the rally. The shooter's location, though, was outside of the perimeter that the federal agency had swept, a jurisdiction under local police, per Secret Service spokesperson Anthony Guglielmi.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A judge held a status hearing last week of the murder trial of Karen Hearn Slover. In 2002, Michael Slover Jr. and his parents, Michael Slover Sr. and Jeanette, were found guilty of murdering Slover Jr.'s ex-wife Karen in 1996. The Illinois Innocence Project claimed in February the Slovers were innocent and they had DNA evidence to prove it. Construction and renovations nearing completion at the ice cream parlor in Tuscola. Flesser's Candy Kitchen posting an update on its Facebook page saying its building is starting to look somewhat normal. The north wall of the building and its brickwork were recently completed. Staff says renovations in the home stretch. New way to explore the forest preserves in Champaign County. The district announcing their digital scavenger hunts are underway. Officials said the scavenger hunt will encourage exploration and outdoor recreational spots within the county. The mission started on midday Friday, and the hunts are free. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. Our weather brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window, your premier provider for home improvement, specializing in siding, windows, doors, and roofing. If you would like information, please visit kramersiding.com, kramersiding.com. All right, here's our meteorologist, Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois. Champaign and Benham vicinity, busy and active weather pattern the next 24 to 36 hours. First, dealing with the heat and humidity. Then later on this afternoon, up north and northwest of Champaign and Champaign counties, severe storms will erupt. They'll time out here into the late afternoon and more likely early on this evening, and for a time overnight tonight as well. Cooler, drier, though, will settle on in over the middle and late portions of the week. Up to 93 today. Heat index values to about 107 later this afternoon. Space them out, water them down, as we say in the old livestock side, with a mostly sunny sky and a gusty south-southwesterly wind. Late this afternoon, early on tonight, thunderstorm clusters will come rolling in from the northwest. Probably a weather watch or two as well developing, with a low down to 74. More storms after midnight. For the day tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms in the morning. A lesser chance in the afternoon, partly sunny, hot, humid, a high around 90. A couple of showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, down to 68. Turning cooler, less humid for the day. Wednesday, partly sunny, 82. Highs in the upper 70s. Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, it is Monday. What a weekend we've had since the assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump. A miracle. God himself protected me, essentially is what Donald Trump said. The doctor at the hospital said he's never seen anything like that. Unbelievable. Had he not turned his head, according to this image that Fox News ran about an hour ago, that bullet that you saw the New York Times photographer capture going past his head, the bullet would have taken off the back part of his head. So this 20-year-old loner kid made the shot. The president turned his head. Unbelievable. Joining me now, Brother Johnny down in New Orleans, Louisiana. Johnny!
Hey, Stevie, good morning.
I want you to meet a good friend of mine. He's an Illinois boy. He's also a president of American Principles Project and GOP strategist. Terry Schilling is in Milwaukee. Terry, good morning. Meet Brother Johnny.
Good morning, guys. So happy to be here. Good morning, Terry.
Terry essentially describes what he does as the NRA for families. Is that right, Terry?
That's right. Yeah, same way the NRA protects the rights of gun owners, we do that for parents and for families. We want to make this country an easier place to raise children again.
All right. So, Terry, first with you, your take on Saturday. Where were you? What was your reaction? What'd you see?
Well, I was with my boys. We were playing some video games together, and my wife came downstairs and said, Terry, check the news. The president's been shot. And we all rushed upstairs, and thank goodness, it seemed clear that he had managed to make it out okay, and then he was safe. We saw the fist bumps. But, it's absolutely insane what the left has gotten away with here. I mean, this is the result of years, almost a decade, actually, of nonstop repeating that Donald Trump is a Hitler-like figure, a threat to democracy. And, what's really terrible, Stevie, is that now they're tampering down their campaign ads. Now they're pulling them off the air. And you have to wonder, is that an admission of guilt or at least complicity here? I think it is. We've seen this coming for a while.
Well, I believe that it was a shock because, first of all, I think there was some plot against Gorsuch, but the last actual shooting of a major political figure was Reagan, 1981, in our country. And so we've talked about it, and we've inferred, Stevie, you've said they've been talking about he has to be eliminated, take him out, just those kinds of phrases. He's a Hitler. Well, that's open season. And I think that's right. The tenor has been terrible. Biden really gave a very good 7-minute speech about toning it down. It was probably one of the better things he said. I could point out some problems with it, but he didn't do any of that the last 4 years. It's been terrible. But if I have to give you some, maybe a recommendation on a strategy, Terry, nominate Donald Trump for president. I think he's going to win it.
I think that's right, too.
What is it like up there, Terry? I mean, have things changed in the last 24 hours regarding security and moving around?
Not yet. I just got in late last night, but I'll tell you what, Stevie, the energy's high. So I'm out here. I flew out with my 13-year-old daughter, Reagan, and we decked ourselves out in pro-Trump gear. We all had our Make America Great Again hat on. We had Trump shirts on, and there were other people on the flight. And look, I fly all over this country, this wonderful, beautiful, God-blessed country, and I hardly ever see anyone wearing, MAGA gear or Trump gear. Yesterday it was totally different. I had people coming up to me, giving me, the silent fist bump, and it's really good. I think there's been a real turn. People are coming out of the closet to support Trump. If you were hesitant about publicly supporting him up until this point, you aren't anymore.
Yeah, I'll tell you, too, Terry, it's interesting because one of the things that I think some of us cringed at during the interview with Stephanopoulos, the current president, he said, well, what's going to make you not want to run? He said, the Lord God Almighty is going to have to come down and tell me. And I'm like, hey, Joe, I think he just did.
It's a beautiful thing, right? Because I think usually, that means he's going to die, or, an act of God means he's saying he's going to die, but God actually used that moment to save a life, right? That's pretty incredible.
Here's Joe Biden last night.
Politics ought to be an arena for peaceful debate, to pursue justice, to make decisions guided by the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution.
There is no place in America for this kind of violence. A former president was shot, an American citizen killed, while simply exercising his freedom to support the candidate of his choosing. We must not go down this road in America.
Okay, so Terry, can we dial it back? I mean, Donald Trump has indicated that he's completely rewritten or will rewrite his speech for Thursday night. I wonder what that means.
Well, I think it's going to be a lot more somber. I think it's going to be a lot more on the nose. This was a moment. We've never experienced something like that. At least in my lifetime, I haven't. And I think he's going to take this very seriously. He's going to use it as a moment to unite the country and bring people together. We've got to move forward. We've got to stop, saying these horrific things about each other. I'll be doing my point to make things better. But I think he'll be very serious and forward-looking in uniting our country.
And I think you're right. And I think if it was possible, the Donald Trump legend jumped a quantum leap. I mean, the guy has had about, I tell Stevie, I think we're up to about $2 trillion worth of publicity in the last 8 years, which is mostly bad, but it just goes into Trump, and now this happens, and he's basically an American hero. So now you got to decide what you're going to do with Joe, Stevie. I mean, do you want to put up another candidate against our first real life superhero? Because I don't think there's going to be any way to beat Donald Trump. So they might as well just leave him in, and I hope the former president does a good job in terms of just toning down. He doesn't need to. And Terry, I would guess he's that makes you humble when something like that happens, because you had no control out of whether or not you should turn your head now or not. You just did, and you're still here. And I think, and Trump's he's got to have been thinking about that. And so, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, and things have changed.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if this can go a little bit, and I would be fine if Donald Trump would do his thing without saying, the worst president in history and stupid and dumb, and just take. He doesn't need those anymore right now, Terry. If he could just kind of flow and be, dare I say, really presidential, which he could and he can. I think it would really help the moment, and whether the Democrats can stop calling him Hitler and stop saying that. And I've seen clips of people say the word eliminated, and I saw somebody that was on X last night, and this was from past broadcast, but on TV actually saying somebody has to pull it in the head of Donald Trump, put a bullet in the head of you can't say stuff like that, because half the country's crazy.
At the end of democracy, Terry,
Yeah.
That's not true, and that scares some people. So they got to stop it.
No, that's exactly right. And I do think that Donald Trump will take this moment to unite the country and bring people together. Look, one of the most crazy things is that I've seen is that most of this violent vitriol has come from Republicans. There's a video of Rick Wilson, who apparently worked for George H.W. Bush, who said that we need to put a bullet in his head.
Yeah.
Like on national TV, on CNN. I can't. No one can say that. You're not allowed to say that. But these guys have gotten free passes to say whatever the heck they want. It's criminal.
Yeah.
Well, I think that goes back to the 1981, the span. It didn't mean anything. It really doesn't happen. The Secret Service, none of those kids were born when Reagan was shot. And they just probably were looking around, no one's going to get up on that building. I don't know what they were doing. And as far as keeping them covered to the car, well, probably a D+ on that. Now, half of that was Trump's fault, because if there would have been another shooter, they could have had about 3 more shots at him. But I think part of that is just it wasn't real, Terry, when you're saying that stuff. You see things we're just numb to it. And then when a bullet goes by the president's head and then an innocent guy gets killed protecting his kids, it's real. And then whoa, hold it. Now, wait a minute. Was that a bullet? And that's when it all comes home to roost, right? At the highest level as far as our leaders go. And so I think it kind of shakes us up, and you say, we know better than that. We do, but it means a lot more when it happens. Yeah. And so thank God, and literally thank God, that he didn't get killed or seriously injured on that.
Terry, what do you expect this week? You said high energy. I mean, first of all, we gotta nominate somebody for vice president. Is it you or my brother, or who do you hear this morning?
I think your brother would be a lot better off as our vice president than I would. Look, I don't know who it's going to be. I'm hoping for, all the names that have come up. I like them all. I really love J.D. Vance, though. I hope Trump goes with him. I've heard some rumors about how he might go with him. But look, I'm looking forward to meeting new people, catching up with old friends, and figuring out how we're going to save this great country. Right? This is a great time to do it. I've been at conventions before. You meet a lot of great new people, and you catch up with old friends, and you really do plot and plan how to save this country and how you're going to work together. And so I'm really excited for all of it.
Well, and I think that one big positive to Trump is we start to succeed in things. We were independent in our energy for the first time in my lifetime, and then we had a good economy. We had a pretty sealed border. We didn't have a movement against law enforcement. Those are better ways to go than what we're doing now.
Plus,
and I think
the world was at peace too.
There's a whole other arena.
Man.
So, but I think somebody was talking throughout the weekend about how some of the people inside the Trump camp were talking toward right before the pandemic hit. They're starting to get calls from people that weren't their supporters saying, "This is going very well, Mr. President. Tell the president I'm really encouraged about America." The success of America was starting to spread that optimism. And then when we have problems and then you beat the other one down for it, of course, it's called a death spiral, Terry. It just gets worse and worse and worse. So we got to pull out of that.
Terry, I know you got to go, so tell people how they can find you, the folks that really promote family in this country. You guys have worked very hard. How can they reach out?
Check us out. Sign up to get engaged in our big family program. It's AmericanPrinciplesProject.org. Or you can follow me on all the social media platforms. It's just Schilling, SCHILLING, 1776.
Okay, Johnny, hang on, but that's Terry Schilling,
Terry,
Johnny. Good.
I want to ask Terry to look up a guy named Eddie Martin, the Eagle Forum president. He took Phyllis Schlafly's place, and you'd get along really great with him. He's all about...
I'm getting together with Ed. Ed and I go way back. He's great. I'm going to see him all over the place.
Tell him hi from Stevie J and Brother Johnny, and he'll talk to us Wednesday morning to give us a report. So that's great.
Terry,
sounds great. We'll talk soon, guys.
Appreciate it. Well, Johnny, it's been quite the weekend, and I still see these images, and that image of his head turned versus head not turned took the back 25% off of his head. That's what it's unreal.
No, it's true. Yeah, your head's not exactly round, and that's right. And it's surreal, really, because it did bring. See, of course, I'm old enough to remember John Kennedy's assassination, and Bobby Kennedy's, and Martin Luther King, and Wallace's attempted assassination, and Reagan's attempt. And it was. Remember, it seemed like the same thing over and over. Boy, that came back, and I didn't like it. It didn't. That feeling wasn't very good.
No.
And again, he's just got a wounded ear, so I think he'll be good. And and I don't know. I'm curious to see what Eddie thinks about the political impact, but I just think there's been a shift of empathy, and I don't think 100 days is long enough for it to shift back. The anti-Trump's got to be toned down. It will be toned down politically. They can't jump him for at least a month.
Yeah.
And so I just think it's probably going to be Trump for 4 more years, and I'm sure the Democrats are talking about, okay, we can make it 4 more years, and here's what are we going to do in 28? Because I think that's where they are.
Well, I mean, is it probably no is the answer, but is it possible that he doesn't call him Crooked Joe? He doesn't say dumb, stupid words that really aren't necessary at this point. This is a great moment based on what happened to rise to the occasion and to really truly be fairly distinguished in his presentation Thursday.
I thought Trump was the guy for the job. I actually like Trump. Most people don't say that anymore, but I think he's funny. But as far as seeing him rise to the occasion I've never seen that. So I'm crossing my fingers. But nothing like this has ever happened to Donald Trump
that's right.
either.
That's right.
And so it's in there somewhere. And he certainly knows what to do in terms of take action to improve the government and some of the processes that we need a good manager for. That's why I would like him to be president. And he's a good leader. And I don't think there's anybody tougher mentally that I've ever seen, where you could watch a guy and hear the news and see what he did today. And as far as just surviving some of the things that have come at him, I haven't seen anything like it. And now he's bulletproof. Okay, so, and of course he's not. And I hope they can tighten things up wherever he goes in the next 4 months. But
does he still do outside events, or do they put glass?
I don't know.
Does he do? They could do glass around him, but he won't like that.
No, I don't know whether he'll stop. But I got to tell you, I've been worried about this for a couple of years. And no, I'm not going to blame the rhetoric direct. It doesn't do any good. This guy was not well, and who knows? Who knows?
But isn't that kind of the point, though? Is when you talk in vitriolic language, and even Donald Trump talking, the way he talks sometimes, if you're 50% not well mentally, you hear things differently and act upon them.
No, you're right.
No,
there's no doubt. But that's been going on for as long as man's been around. But it's been terrible the last 10 or 20 years. There's no doubt about it. And people, like I said, they kind of get numb to the possible impacts. Or maybe it's, look, Steve, we saw that Black Lives Matter drive some terrible things. And it was, talk about divisive when you support it and tell us that these are peaceful protests. Then when you push back, you're some kind of insurgent.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. You've got to put people forward, especially as a large group, that are more level-headed and even-tempered. That's what the Democrats don't like about Trump. They don't think he is. But look what they've done on the progressives running the party. And then the Democratic leaders that are more moderates go right with him in lockstep. They're afraid to stand up to him.
I think Joe Manchin held out pretty well.
He did. He really did.
I like
so
Joe
did
Manchin.
the Arizona senator.
Yeah.
But
Kristen
that's a good
Sinema.
example of
Kristen Sinema. Yeah. Right.
She held out with him. And helped us from some pretty egregious bills. But no, it's a new day, and I'm interested in the convention. Are you going to watch a lot of it, or what's your plan?
Definitely want to. I think it was also an olive branch to have Nikki Haley speak tomorrow night. How about that?
No, well, so the Republicans, there's no need for bickering here. So it's a breakaway, and we'll see what the Democrats do. I don't know what they can do about this revolt against Joe at this point. I think the since Trump was shot have been Joe Biden's best 3 days as president. I mean, he's been very presidential and differential, and so that was good.
I want to leave you with this. This is released. My friend Bruce sent this to me, and you can text in as well to 217-359-2255. I firmly believe with all my heart that God was watching over President Trump. As I said back in 2016 and again recently, I think President Trump is called for this moment in history. God is not done with our country, and President Trump cares about our nation deeply. Let us pray for our nation, for President Trump to continue to have wisdom, and for our country to unify. The American people are seeing what is taking place, and we, the people, need to be united. We need to turn to God, and we need to realize together we're unstoppable. And as if we needed more proof of divine intervention, I would urge everyone to read 2 Chronicles 7:14, chapter 7, verse 14 today, July 14. This is God Bless, signed Dr. Ben Carson.
Well, amen. I like Ben. And look, this nation was founded with the providence of God. The pillars of our civilization really are the 10 Commandments. And we turn to God when we set up this nation to guide us. and it's been the most successful in history. And when you turn away from that, you're not going to get the blessings and protections and the providence because you're leaving God. But he hasn't left us. And there's a lot of people that are turning to him now. And you see what can happen, which is he'll take care of us. So I think I've believed that for a long time, but we don't know the whole plan, and we can't explain some of the things that happen.
Second Chronicles 7:14 says, "If my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, and I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land." There you go.
Well, there you go.
All right, Johnny, thank you. Thanks for the extra time this morning, and we'll call you Wednesday with Ed Martin live from Milwaukee.
Right.
That'll be wonderful. All right.
I wonder what him and Terry will cook up together now.
Right. Well, the atmosphere is going to be pretty special. And again, the betting parlors, the people that bet on this kind of thing have J.D. Vance as the overwhelming favorite at this moment.
Is there a bet on who's going to win the presidential election?
No, I think Donald Trump, has jumped ahead. It was Joe Biden for a long, long time in the last week or two, and I'm not sure about since Saturday. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard nobody's really talking about it, but I'm curious because I feel like there's a huge shift on this for whatever reason.
And how does a doctor was on this morning, I heard, and there's when something like this happens, the reaction from a human is fight or flight. And Trump raised his fist and said fight.
I got to tell you something else too, because we've seen some of these horrific shootings and everybody's two sheets to the wind. That crowd really didn't move. They all got down, then they all got up, then they were cheering. It was a different. It was
you're
not
right.
flight of the crowd.
No,
either.
That's
that
right.
Was there.
That's right.
And so that you could kind of course, all the people who get up there and get there enough to get close, et cetera, are going to be pretty solid Trumpers, megas. And look, I like that kind of courage and commitment. But no, I think it's a. I don't know. I don't know what the one word is, but thank the Lord, praise God, and we'll go forward.
Johnny, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Talk soon. That's Brother Johnny, ESPN 93.5 from New Orleans this morning. ESPN 93.5 weather brought to you by Carl. Carl is ready to help you with your sports and back-to-school physicals. Book the appointment at a location near you. Visit carl.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. It's heat and humidity and a heat advisory till 8 o'clock this evening. Boy, use care and caution with heat index values of 105 to near 110 later this afternoon and a forecast high of 93. South winds and a mostly sunny sky, although clouds begin to build late this afternoon. And by this evening, up north and northwest of Champaign County, active and severe thunderstorm clusters will propagate south and eastward. A couple of rounds of thunderstorms for tonight, heavy and severe, probably requiring a weather watch with an enhanced risk of severe weather. A low down to 74, light south wind, but strong and gusty with the downpour producing showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot to humid, showers and thunderstorms the morning, back in for the afternoon, a high around 90. Winds will shift westerly. Rains will move out early tomorrow night, lows down to 68, turning cooler, less humid for the day. On Wednesday, partly sunny up to 82. Very pleasant weather ahead for Thursday and Friday this week. Highs in the upper 70s, back up near 80 on Sunday, lower 80s for Sunday and Monday into next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Greg Solgay.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. All right, more coming up. We're going to meet the new Champaign County Fair Queen and the little Miss Champaign County Fair Queen. The pageant was yesterday. We're going to do that next. And then more on the incredible events from Saturday and the assassination attempt. All coming up. It is July 15. It's Monday, and it's 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
They're still trying to get into his phone. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. As investigators keep trying to figure out why the man who tried to assassinate former President Trump did it.
The FBI says it is investigating this as both an assassination attempt and a potential domestic terrorism incident. Investigators say they found bomb-making materials in the shooter's home and rudimentary explosive devices in his car. Those two were brought to the FBI lab for further analysis.
Fox's Jonathan Sari in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, outside the home of the gunman killed by Secret Service, Thomas Matthew Crooks.
The shooting has led to much finger pointing over whether the Secret Service perimeter at the rally was wide enough. Outside that perimeter, local police were handling security, and that included an area where the shooter fired from the rooftop of a building.
Now, the Secret Service director says they'll fully participate in a national security review ordered by President Biden, who said in an Oval Office address last night.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence, for any violence ever. Period. No exceptions. We can't allow this violence to be normalized.
Fox's Peter Ducey reports from the White House.
There has been a pause in political hostilities and Biden campaign commercials, but we know that at some point today, the campaign's going to pick up again. If President Biden follows through on his own advice, he is going to stop using words like threat to describe Trump on camera and bullseye to describe Trump off camera.
Now, the two rivals spoke by phone. Former President Trump says it was very nice. He's now in Milwaukee, where he'll be nominated this week at the Republican convention, telling the New York Post he's supposed to be dead.
And he says he's completely rewritten his speech to focus on unity rather than on President Biden's policies. Trump said the speech he was going to give on Thursday was going to be a humdinger had this not happened.
Fox's Brooke Sigma. Still a lot of anticipation on who the former president will choose as a running mate. America's listening to Fox News.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Donald Trump Jr. here. Since January of 2021, the cost of living has increased by 17.9%. You can't get that money back, but you can stop your losses by diversifying into a gold IRA from my friends at Birch Gold Group. To learn more, get your free info kit on gold IRAs by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Back to the Republican convention starting today in Milwaukee. Security in even greater focus after the Trump assassination attempt. Police Chief Jeffrey Norman tells Fox,
we want to prevent. We want to make sure that we have those individuals out there understand that you're not going to get away with it. Accountability is real.
And Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Whatley says programming here will go on as planned.
Because it is tremendously important for the American people that we have a president who is going to restore our southern border, restore our economy, and restore our standing in the world.
Whatley told the Fox News Rundown podcast the RNC has been working with the Secret Service and dozens of law enforcement agencies for a year and a half, and he feels very strong about the security in place. In Milwaukee, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
It's been a week since Hurricane Beryl hit Texas, causing deaths, doing damage, flooding some areas, and knocking out power that is still out for many who still don't have air conditioning in 100-degree heat.
More than 250,000 customers of CenterPoint Energy in and around Houston remain in the dark due to Hurricane Beryl, and Texas Governor Greg Abbott is calling it unacceptable.
That some power companies are not adequately prepared for a hurricane like Beryl. CenterPoint in particular has repeatedly failed to deliver power to customers.
Abbott wants state regulators to get involved and is demanding CenterPoint provide a plan for better preparing for the next tropical cyclone. Eben Brown, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stocks could rise to start the week. Dow futures are up more than 200 points, on track for a new all-time high. The baseball all-star break is here. The game is tomorrow. The Major League Home Run Derby is tonight. And last night they started the MLB draft. The Cleveland Guardians had the first pick, selecting Oregon State second baseman Travis Bazzana. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. With a rare double emergence of cicada broods in the past, researchers looking at the damage done to fruits. Karuna Kaffel, a researcher within the University of Illinois Department of Crop Sciences, requesting that fruit growers report any sustained damage done to trees, bushes, or vines. The most obvious damage would be slits on small branches. Onlookers took part in the symbolic start to a new plaza in the heart of the city of Champaign Friday night. City leaders, community members, and a state senator gathered near the corner of Main and Neal Streets, celebrating the beginning of a downtown plaza with a groundbreaking. Construction on Phase 1 starts this week. Champaign Police launching a new program. It's designed to promote community safety by offering a bird's-eye view of large community events and in-progress situations through the launch of an unmanned aerial systems program. Champaign Police will be able to quickly search for missing persons, photograph crime scenes and traffic crashes with speed and accuracy, and promote the safety of the community and police personnel. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. ESPN 93.5. I'm Stevie Jay. Diane Ducey off today. She's back tomorrow. Okay, let's check your weather forecast. Brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Kurt Lenschow, like a good neighbor. Kurt and State Farm are there. Our meteorologist is Greg Sawyer. A lot of rumble-thumble overnight. I don't think a ton of rain around here, but might get some stuff tonight that we have to watch out for, huh, friend?
Yeah, probably up towards the Kankakee, maybe back towards Pontiac and north from there. Probably in that usual 3 or 4 o'clock hour, we'll begin to see things erupt. Part of whatever is going to be left over from thunderstorm activity, and the outflow boundaries up towards the Twin Cities. And then things will be off to the races around here. Won't take much to get the atmosphere to boil on over. And there is an enhanced risk on a scale of 1 to 5. 3 would be the enhanced risk of the likelihood of probably a weather watch or 2 across the area, and the likelihood that there will be some severe weather to deal with in parts of the area later this afternoon into the first part of tonight. And yeah, the rain amounts certainly varied greatly from 1/4 to 3/4 of an inch. You got out towards Peoria, more than 1.5 inches in some spots, and it was double that and triple that in some areas out of southern Wisconsin and in northern Illinois over the past weekend. A hot and steamy 84-degree reading over at St. Louis now, to 71 at the Kankakee, 73 at the Brickyard. We're at 76 now at Willard and Savoy. The dew points are climbing well past 70. It'll be a hot and humid day's worth of weather, and hence the heat advisory is well in effect till 8 o'clock this evening, with a high air temperature wise up to 93 and generally mostly sunny sky. Then some thunderstorms will erupt to our north and northwest late this afternoon. A couple of those will propagate through the air first part of tonight. A weather watch is likely, and then another round or 2 to come through late this evening and on the overnight. And there's some talk of another derecho coming out of eastern Iowa through northern Illinois. We'll keep an eye on that. That's usually a signature of large hail and damaging wind. A low tonight of 74. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot, humid, around 90. But showers and thunderstorms around in the morning. A lesser chance the afternoon. Would move into cooler, drier air late tomorrow night, with a Wednesday high mostly sunny and 82 with a nice drop in humidity. Pleasant weather Thursday and Friday with upper 70s, near 80 on Saturday. We're dry with lower 80s into Sunday and Monday of next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solomon.
All right, thank you very much, Greg. Appreciate it. We'll watch out for the skies tonight. Might get rain, might be severe. We'll keep watching. Well, City Center yesterday, that was where it was. They crowned the new Little Miss Champaign County Fair and Miss Champaign County Fair Queen Pageant yesterday. I say good morning, Olivia Scheich. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that feel like?
It's such an honor. I've always wanted to be the Champaign County Fair Queen, and I couldn't be more excited to get to be at the fair this next couple of days.
Unbelievable. You're going to be there for what, 9 days or something?
Yeah, our 9-day county fair.
What are you going to do around the hogs and the goats and the pigs? What kind of heels do you wear for that?
Probably put on a pair of boots. I've actually grown up in the livestock industry and will even be showing some of my own livestock at the fair.
Really? What do you show?
I have horses, pigs, and sheep.
That's awesome. Jennifer, that's how these kids know stuff. You make them work a little bit. So you're from a farm.
I am.
That's awesome. That's it. That's your Miss Champaign County Fair Queen, Olivia Scheich. And then we have Macy Holes. Macy, how old are you?
6.
You're beautiful. So you won. What'd that feel like?
Exciting. I was crying when I got crowned because I was super happy, and my sister was the 2023 Miss Champaign County.
Unbelievable. So, wow. So you learned a lot from your sister.
Yeah.
But you were really crying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm crying now thinking about you crying. You're so cute. And so you'll be at the fair this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like eating food at the fair? Do you remember anything you like?
Yeah.
What do you think you like?
Cole's fries.
Man, that's why there's such a long line. I mean, those French fries are crazy good. You put vinegar on it? Just salt. A little salt on there. They're so good. Okay, Olivia Scheich, what are you going to do? You graduated Unity High School?
I did graduate Unity. I'm going to be attending Blackhawk College East Campus this fall and be a member of the livestock judging team, all to kind of pursue a career advocating for agriculture.
All right, so what do you want to eventually be? What do you see yourself? Running a farm? What do you think?
I think that's a little bit more of a question for me. I definitely just want to be able to talk to people about agriculture and really help people to understand, how much farmers care about their animals and really get to know what's going on in the ag industry.
Boyfriend?
Nope.
Okay, that's awesome. So you are 18?
I am.
Okay, so I told my daughter Grace, you could start dating a nice boy with your father going on a matinee when you're 26. So 8 years from now, you'll get your first date? Okay.
Perfect.
No, that's just as exciting. So you're going to Blackhawk. How do you pick Blackhawk?
They have a really competitive livestock judging team, and that's something that my parents got to do while they were in college, something I fell in love with, and it'll help me to be able to judge livestock shows of my own someday.
Interesting. That's a big deal, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you have to do conformity. It's kind of like a dog show, right? You just check how they're built and all that genetics and...
A lot of that. So just how they're built, how they move, do they have a lot of muscles, really important, and while still looking good. Somebody compared it to the Queen contest because you're trying to look your best, act the most poised, and walk the most gracefully.
And so when you show horses and what else? Horses, pigs,
and sheep.
Do you have a feeling that day that they're going to be good or they're not in the right mood? Does that happen?
I can kind of tell when my horse is going to act up, but the pigs and the sheep, that's a little bit just going to have to see what happens in the show ring.
Never know.
Never know.
Oh, that's great. I love it. I love that foundation of work.
Yeah.
So obviously, I don't think you're going to be marrying a city slicker someday. Probably going to have somebody with dirt under their fingernails, maybe, huh?
Hopefully.
Okay, that'll be awesome. That's Olivia Scheich. She's our Champaign County Fair Queen. Macy, where do you go to school?
I go to St. Joseph Grade School.
I see. Who's your best friend?
My best friend is Macy Fulling.
So both named Macy?
Mhm.
Isn't that funny? There's
Yeah.
there's a lot of Frulings out there, too. I know
Yeah.
a lot of people named Fruling, and there's quite a few holes out there. Isn't there? I mean, there's more than just one hole. Okay, so what do you like about school? When you go back to school, you'll be a first grader?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you excited about first grade?
Fun projects.
Precious comes to mind. You're very precious. I just love the fact that she can talk. He's 6 years old. Come on, man. When I was 6, I was trying to grow an afro. Okay, come on. It's amazing. Anyway, Macy, congratulations. And I hope you have just the best week. And try not to eat too many colors French fries. I mean, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 a day. No, I'm kidding. I love having those French fries. They're delicious. But congratulations.
Thank you.
Very exciting. And Olivia, we wish you nothing but the best. People will see you out there, and you just don't mind taking pictures and things like that.
Absolutely. If you see me come up, let's have a conversation, take a picture. It would be so much fun.
How did you get so much confidence at 18? You have a lot of confidence.
I've done a lot of different contests and experiences throughout high school. I was really active in my FFA and 4-H, and I think I owe a lot to that for giving me the public speaking skills that I have. And I generally just like talking to other people. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I was 4-H.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did a photography thing called Eddie Builds a Tent, and it was 5 pictures, and I got first at state along with 300 other children. But anyway, I was very happy. Got a blue ribbon, but I did a breadboard.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's not amazing. All I did is sand it. Okay? Come on, let's be honest here. What was your favorite project in 4-H?
I think my favorite project was when I got to do different animal science projects. So a joint 4-H and FFA project was getting to do some agri-science research. I got to create my own research project, talk to the judges about it, and what that means for our future.
Okay, that or breadboard? What do you think? Oh my gosh, it's impressive. So impressive, and you're beautiful. So
Thank you.
Congratulations on being the Miss Champaign County Fair Queen 2024.
Thank you so much.
Amazing. Congratulations, you're beautiful, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
We cannot wait.
Excited to meet Olivia Scheich and Macy Halls in our studio here in Philo, downtown Philo, Illinois. Congratulations, Dawn, and her mom is here, and Jennifer Scheich, her mom, Olivia's mom's here, and Carson Robinson, former Miss Champaign County Fair Queen 2019, looks the same. Way to go, Carson. 8:15, we'll be back. It's ESPN 93.5.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Looking for the best deal on your next vehicle? Visit Sarah Champaign, where your dream car awaits. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, they've got it all. Their unbeatable prices and exceptional customer service make car buying a breeze. Plus, with their hassle-free financing options, driving off in your new ride has never been easier. Sarah Champaign, Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, GMC. Visit them today. Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, Champaign.com.
Okay, Cubs beat the Cardinals. It was a split over the weekend and All-Star break. That's sports. If anybody saw Terrence Shannon Jr., oh my gosh. His first game in the Summer League, 25 points. He was the man among boys. Terrence Shannon Jr., tremendous start in his NBA career. Every year, millions of seniors fall victim to financial fraud, costing the elderly approximately $3 billion annually. Who would do this? Ugh. Busey offers some following tips. Plan ahead. Carefully choose a trustworthy person. That's huge. You got to make sure you trust these folks that you talk to about this. Who takes advantage of the elderly? It's just despicable and awful and horrible. But lock up your checkbook. Never give your personal information, including Social Security. Never pay a fee or taxes to collect, quote, sweepstakes. Never rush into a financial decision. Consult with a financial advisor or attorney before signing anything. Get to know your banker. Check references and credentials before hiring anyone. Pay with checks and credit cards instead of cash to keep a paper trail. And you have the right not to be threatened or intimidated. And again, trusted family member, attorney, doctor, personal Busey banker. Best way to protect yourself, be proactive. Busey wants you to be informed. Visit Busey.com. Stop by one of their many convenient locations to meet with a Busey associate today. Busey for over 155 years. Member FDIC. Need an estimate for your copier? It's Watts Copy Systems, 217-352-0428.
A heat advisory till 8 o'clock this evening. Boy, use care and caution with heat index values of 105 to near 110 later this afternoon and a forecast high of 93. South winds and a mostly sunny sky, although clouds begin to build late this afternoon. And by this evening, up north and northwest of Champaign County, active and severe thunderstorm clusters will propagate south and eastward. A couple of rounds of thunderstorms for tonight, heavy and severe, probably requiring a weather watch with an enhanced risk of severe weather. A low down to 74, light south wind, but strong and gusty with the downpour producing showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot to humid, showers and thunderstorms the morning, back in for the afternoon, a high around 90. Winds will shift westerly. Rains will move out early tomorrow night, lows down to 68, turning cooler, less humid for the day. On Wednesday, partly sunny up to 82. Very pleasant weather ahead for Thursday and Friday this week. Highs in the upper 70s, back up near 80 on Sunday, lower 80s for Sunday and Monday into next week.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Goldman Sachs profit more than doubled in the recent quarter. Earnings topped Wall Street estimates. It was helped in part by an uptick in deal making. However, the stock is down 1%. BlackRock Financial also reported an upbeat quarter. BlackRock shares are higher. AutoNation is warning its profit will be disappointing. It was one of the companies that was impacted by the hacking of auto dealers' software provider CDK Global. British luxury brand Burberry is replacing its CEO and lowering expectations for this year. Stock futures are higher after former President Trump survived an assassination attempt on Saturday. Ken Leon, research director of CFRA, says upbeat numbers this morning reflect confidence in the country and the U.S. economy. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
It's time to take the quiz. 5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out.
Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course, listen to the quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
We're going to talk more about, of course, what happened over the weekend. We've talked the whole first hour about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. The convention opens today. This is Make America Wealthy Day again. That's what's going on their Monday theme. Nikki Haley has been invited tomorrow to speak. Vice President speaks on Wednesday. Fill in the blank. Ken Hollis, Pastor Ken Hollis, Meadowbrook Church, and also Youth for Christ.
Good morning.
You're going to announce Donald Trump's vice presidential choice, I guess, huh?
Yeah, come on.
The betting odds say J.D. Vance, Ohio Senator.
Hey,
I don't know.
I have been trying to follow it a little bit, and it's my wife and I were talking about it last night. You know, there's, I think, 4 different candidates we're thinking about.
I think Doug Burgum, North Dakota. I mean, I think Donald Trump's really, truly the only guy I knows. I think maybe.
Yeah, I think
he knows dramatic. He knows Apprentice. He knows the TV thing. It'll be interesting to see how he sounds if the tone changes just a smidge on Thursday night, because I think it's an opportunity to really dial it down from his standpoint of Crooked Joe and all. It doesn't need those words right now.
No, he doesn't.
Try and back off of that and see how that works.
I've been impressed with President Biden's response. You know,
good
and
stuff.
So maybe we will. We've been praying. I heard you talking about it earlier, but we've been praying for unity.
Yes.
People coming together. We don't need to be that divided.
And there's some folks we're probably never going to get, but I think most we can.
Right.
Most all. Ken Hollis, big tournament. It's a wonderful golf tournament. I've been in this one, Youth for Christ. It's up in Rantoul, Willow Pond.
Yes,
and it's
sir.
September 13.
Yeah.
And you have wonderful gifts and prizes, and you raise a lot of money for Youth for Christ. What does Youth for Christ do?
What don't we do? It's pretty amazing. This summer, you know, you think when school ends, we would have a little break, and we are going nonstop. You know, Pastor Willie Comer today is starting what we call our BUILT program, where we are taking a bunch of, I'd say about half dozen to a dozen urban kids, getting them involved in a construction project where they are learning how to do construction, and many
They've
of these
been
guys
in here before. We sent them in one summer.
Yeah.
They were
And
all
so
here,
that
and they're all
starts
learning
today.
skills like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then all summer long, we've been really active with our summer Holy Hangout program. It's pretty amazing what we do. We have been going up to Willow Pond with a group of about 20 kids. Never played golf before, never swung a club. And I got to tell you, Tom Wilkes and Greg up there, they have been amazing helping the kids learn how to swing a golf club, learn how to putt, learn how to chip.
Love it.
And so we're getting ready to get them out on the golf course for the first time.
And midnight basketball.
Midnight basketball every Friday night. We've been just continuing to grow. It's hard to believe on a summer night, on a Friday night, we have a gym full of young people, middle school, high school kids, every Friday night over at the Leonard Center right now, and it's amazing.
Most of the kids play basketball most of the time, but you get to talk Jesus for a minute, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. You got we kind of the price of admission is you got to. We say you got to pray to play.
That's right.
So we pray together. We challenge them with a message about the importance of knowing the Lord and walking with Him.
All right. So it's a great cause to give to Youth for Christ because it goes to all these wonderful things that you're doing for our youth. How do people get a foursome? How do we settle it and say, I'm going? I'm telling you, the food's fantastic. I mean, Kevin's got a great golf course up there.
He does. The golf course is in great shape. And we have 3 goals. Number one, we believe that what we do is the best kept secret in town, so we want people to find out about who we are, what we do. Number 2, we definitely want to raise money. We don't want to, hide that fact that it's a fundraiser. We are a nonprofit organization. We need the support of the community, and we couldn't do it without the many generous supporters that we have. And then thirdly, we have a goal of trying to have the best golf outing in the area. And I know that there's a big golf outing today. The Kendall Gill outing is today, but we try to top that. We do as much as we can to make the day a lot of fun. You've played in it.
A lot of prizes. I mean, you can just walk in and breathe and win something. So
yeah, we've already bought a bunch of the golf equipment to give away.
Wow.
I've got a couple of surprises that we're going to do, and then we have a lot of businesses locally that donate gift certificates and things like that. And so, I want every golfer to walk away feeling like, man, I kind of walked away with more than I brought.
It's just fun too, and fellowship.
Oh yeah,
good people, wonderful people in that golf tournament.
Great group of people. Yeah. It's always a lot of fun just to be out there during the day.
Well, how can people get more information if they can't go on September 13? How can they just write a check?
Well, they could write a check to Youth for Christ, send it to look us up online. We have a Facebook page called Midnight Basketball or East Central Illinois Youth for Christ, so you can look up one of those 2 places. There'll be information there. And you can call our office. 356-1176 is the local phone number. And we would love to help you get connected. There's a way to get signed up online. We'll have that information on those 2 pages as well as if you call. It is we would love for people to get their foursome together. I'm still working on mine. I still have not put one together yet that's as good as the Nathaniel, Christian, and Stevie Jay.
Well, if you get to play with my kids, it's definitely a treat.
Yeah, we got to do that once together. I was on that team, and I got to tell you,
it was really fun to watch those kids hit it.
Yes. It's not very often I go, hey, do you want to hit it on the left side of the flag or the right side?
I'm just trying to find the shorter grass.
Exactly.
It. Anyway, Ken Hollis, keep up your good work. Youth for Christ, September 13th. Get your foursome together. Help a fabulous cause. The very passionate Willie Comer. I mean, you guys have it going on with Ken Hollis and Willie, so great job.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for driving to Philo.
Yeah, glad to be here.
828 ESPN 93.5.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat. Does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
News. I'm Therese Crowley. President Biden's Oval Office address.
Yesterday's shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania calls on all of us to take a step back, take stock of where we are, how we go forward from here.
After former First Lady Melania Trump's eloquent statement that political games are inferior to love, former President Trump has arrived for the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee and rewritten his entire speech to focus on unity.
Trump is urging other event speakers to stick to their originally planned speeches and follow the convention's themes of the day. So today's theme is Make America Wealthy once again. Tomorrow is Make America Safe once again. Wednesday is Make America Strong once again. And Thursday is Make America Great once again.
Fox's Brooke Singman. The FBI tells Fox they will not feel confident that the now dead shooter acted alone till they get into his phone. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Onlookers took part in the symbolic start to a new plaza in the heart of the city of Champaign Friday night. City leaders, community members, and a state senator gathered near the corner of Main and Neal Streets, celebrating the beginning of a downtown plaza with a groundbreaking. Construction on Phase 1 starts this week. Champaign Police launching a new program. It's designed to promote community safety by offering a bird's-eye view of large community events and in-progress situations through the launch of an unmanned aerial systems program. Champaign Police will be able to quickly search for missing persons, photograph crime scenes and traffic crashes with speed and accuracy, and promote the safety of the community and police personnel. With a rare double emergence of cicada broods in the past, researchers looking at the damage done to fruits. Karuna Kaffel, a researcher within the University of Illinois Department of Crop Sciences, requesting that fruit growers report any sustained damage done to trees, bushes, or vines. The most obvious damage would be slits on small branches. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
What is most important in your life? This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that can help clients like you realize your goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Why use Lands Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry. From a basic sewer pipe repair to replacing a sewer main, installing a water line to installing a septic system, installing underground utilities for a new construction project to rehabilitating the old pipes under a school. Lands has the most versatile and experienced team in the industry. Residential, commercial, and industrial, when it comes to your underground pipes, think Lands Underground Solutions. Why why call anyone else?
Check your weather with meteorologist Greg Solier. We might get a little rain and could be a little severe tonight. Keeping our eyes on that.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign and vicinity. It's heat and humidity and a heat advisory till 8 o'clock this evening. Boy, use care and caution with heat index values of 105 to near 110 later this afternoon and a forecast high of 93. South winds and a mostly sunny sky, although clouds begin to build late this afternoon. And by this evening, up north and northwest of Champaign County, active and severe thunderstorm clusters will propagate south and eastward. A couple of rounds of thunderstorms for tonight, heavy and severe, probably requiring a weather watch with an enhanced risk of severe weather. A low down to 74, light south wind, but strong and gusty with the downpour producing showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, partly sunny, hot to humid, showers and thunderstorms the morning, back in for the afternoon, a high around 90. Winds will shift westerly. Rains will move out early tomorrow night, lows down to 68, turning cooler, less humid for the day. On Wednesday, partly sunny up to 82. Very pleasant weather ahead for Thursday and Friday this week. Highs in the upper 70s, back up near 80 on Sunday, lower 80s for Sunday and Monday into next week. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
All right, ESPN 93.5, I'm Stevie Jay. Diane's off today. She's back tomorrow. Shooting a former President Donald Trump at a rally. What happened? What's Congress doing in regards to oversight of the Secret Service? How they secure campaign events? Fox News Radio reporter Ryan Schmeltz. How are you, Ryan?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good to have you back on the program. Well, there's a lot of questions surrounding all of this, and I guess we'll find some answers. I think they're going to begin hearings next Monday. Is that right?
That's what we're expecting to happen, and there's currently closed-door meetings going on right now between the respective committees that are kind of overseeing Secret Service. So we expect Democrats to meet with security officials today after you had Republicans doing the exact same thing yesterday, and then the Homeland Security Committee is supposed to be having a talk with Secret Service later on, too.
I think number one question, if I'm in charge, is how'd this happen? I mean, there's not very many buildings around that would have a shot, and that one wasn't secured. Was it lack of staff? I know that the candidates don't receive as much as President Biden, the sitting president, but local law enforcement, somebody needed to be on that roof. Hindsight's 20/20, but that seemed not so complicated because there weren't that many buildings.
Yep, and these are all questions that are going to be asked of Secret Service in the coming days. How this happened, we don't know. But, I think for a lot of people, this is inexcusable that the president was able to get shot in this situation.
Unbelievable. He turns his head. I do believe it was a miracle, Ryan. It was unbelievable. And just watching it, were you happen to watch that, or how did you hear about it?
I had just gotten back from the pool. I was trying to enjoy my Saturday after we had one of the busiest weeks in Congress ever. And then next thing you know, all heck is breaking loose.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of surreal when you first see it. You don't want to believe that that's what you just watched. But then next thing you know, things pick up.
Well, all right. Keep up your good reporting. Be a lot going on in Milwaukee. Boy, it'd be probably okay not to be there with all the security, heightened security and stuff going on just to get into the facility. But yeah, and by the way, Secret Service all over that place. So I know it's been the timing of everything with that speech and an outdoor venue, I think has to be hard to cover.
Yeah, well, and I think we got plenty of things that are going to keep us occupied here now, in D.C. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of questions that are coming towards the administration's way. So the White House press briefing might be the place to be.
Yeah. Okay, Ryan Schmeltz, Fox News Radio. Thanks for the update. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, my friend. Have a good one.
You as well. Political strategist, the founder and CEO of Freedom's Fund USA, a nonprofit to protect freedom and national security from threats that impact our future. Ashley Smith Thomas. Good morning. Boy, lots going on in Milwaukee today. How'd the weekend change everything, do you think, Ashley?
That's a really great question. I think there's a couple things that I think is probably on people's minds pertaining to from what happened on Saturday to now this week being the RNC convention starting today through Thursday. Obviously it was heartbreaking to see what transpired on Saturday, but I think it is amazing how President Trump, through his strength, his courage, his grit, that he is not stopping the RNC and postponing anything, but that he's moving forward on schedule. And I think we're going to see the messaging pretty much stay the same in terms of making America great again, making America wealthy again. The RNC had released their policy platform positions of Trump and his administration. And a lot of it is about making sure that our country is safe and secure. But I think what we're going to see, too, is a message around unity. I think we're going to see a message around peace, because what is so just very disappointing is to hear from Democrat lawmakers and staffers and influencers that they wish that there was a different outcome on Saturday. And the fact that there's still such hatred and vitriol towards President Trump is just disheartening. And so I think that there needs to be a call for peace and unity, that it shouldn't matter what your political affiliation is. We should all at least be able to show civility and respect and be able to be unified as the American people and be able to stick to the issues at hand, and not these are these policy issues.
I think President Biden pretty much tried to say that last night, as far as I could tell. Mm-hmm. But again, is this going to last 4 days? Is it possible to actually dial things back at this point, or is that not possible?
That's a great question. I think from rhetoric, hopefully we can see that dialed back some. But I think coming from Republicans, they're going to just stay focused on the issues at hand. Like I mentioned, they released the party platform position. I think they're going to focus on those issues. They're anticipating over 50,000 people to be present at the RNC. But pertaining to the left, I'm not sure that we're going to see a whole lot of that rhetoric be dialed down from the standpoint that there's still people that are just angry with President Trump. And so I know that President Biden is doing the best to his ability, trying to call for peace and condemning political violence. But that also doesn't help when you have people like, Maxine Waters, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, when she, a few years ago, was saying, get in the face of Trump supporters. Yeah. And all of that kind of rhetoric, that's not who we are as Americans. And so I'm hoping that we can start seeing stability, unity. I hope what happened Saturday was a wake-up call.
All right. Lastly, any idea who the vice president will be for Donald Trump?
They say that there's a short list, and that short list is Governor Doug Burgum. You have Senators J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio and Tim Scott. So it's going to be interesting to see. They've already released that J.D. Vance and Senator Rubio. They are both scheduled to speak. I'm curious to see when Tim Scott and Burgum are going to be speaking. But I am hoping, in my opinion, that it's either Senators Marco Rubio or Tim Scott. I think Marco Rubio would be terrific from the standpoint that he would make history as being the first Hispanic vice president here in the United States.
Ashley, how can people connect with you?
They can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. You can find me at Ashley Smith Thomas. And you can also visit my website at freedomsfundusa.org. That is freedomsfundusa.org.
Hey, thanks for joining us again. Thanks, Ashley. Take care. ESPN. Thank you. ESPN. Thank you. ESPN 93.5, 842. Get a sports headline your way and a little more weather. Watching perhaps for turbulent tonight. Got our eyes on that. All of our guests appear on the Tapman's Towing phone line. All the texts coming in on 217-359-2255. Fisher National Bank text line, 217 texter. What do you think the women on The View have to say about Donald Trump? They've been really hard on him. I never see that show. The only time I see that show is when somebody shows a clip from that show. Otherwise, I'm out of the loop on The View, but I know they haven't been kind. Maybe they can soften it somewhat. But again, I mean, if Donald Trump can soften himself a little bit, I know that's... But you never know what something like happened Saturday, the assassination attempt of Donald Trump. You never know. Maybe it does change him a little bit. Maybe kinder, gentler? I don't know. I just know it was very somber and unbelievable to see all that. 843-217-359-2255 is the number to check in on our text line.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's him and Patrick Mahomes neck and neck for the MVP.
On any given day, dozens of people are experiencing homelessness in our community. Many have given up hope and have difficulty believing their life can be different. See You at Home has 7 homes supporting those desiring stability and self-sufficiency in this community. How can you help? Many of you have heard of One Winter Night. See You at Home's annual fundraiser held the first Friday in February. The need does not stop there. Announcing a new event, One Summer Day. Many people have a garage sale in the summer. This fundraiser is an opportunity to raise funds by hosting a garage sale in June, July, or August and donating all or a portion of the proceeds to See You at Home. Please consider repurposing for a purpose. Your support will help fund See You at Home's Pathways to Progress residential program, supporting men and women making their journey from homelessness to self-sufficiency. In the first year of the program, 15 people graduated and moved on to independent living. To learn more, go to seeyouathome.us. That's seeyouathome.us. Look on the homepage for the sun logo wearing sunglasses. You can make an impact for a lifetime.
All right, ESPN 93.5, 845. Cardinals and Cubs split over the weekend. Cubbies won on Friday. Cardinals swept them on Saturday in that makeup game, split doubleheader. And then the Cubbies got them back. 6 home runs for Chicago yesterday. 8-3 the final. And now the All-Star break. Ooh, take a breath. Get rested. Watch the home run derby. See who wins the game. That really doesn't matter, except for what they still do, home field, American League, National League, something like that. It's just a break. The basketball. The baseball will continue Fridays when they resume schedule. The basketball, I just could not believe how good Terrence Shannon looked in his debut into professional basketball in the summer league. And there were a lot of fine players. Terrence was by far the best guy. He had 25 points. He was just the man. And there's a lot of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids. He's 23 or 4. And Terrence certainly showed. In fact, the coach of the Minnesota Grizzlies said that he's ready. He's ready for the NBA now. That's the benefit of staying around a little longer. He's kind of an old man. I mean, based on these 18-year-olds, he's an old man. But Terrence Shannon Jr. looked really, really good in his debut summer game. Cubs and Cardinals both recruit hitters. Cardinals got a second baseman. Shortstop going to probably be a second baseman. And the Cubbies got a power hitter. That's what I know about the draft. The baseball draft is so different in baseball because it's going to be like years before we see anybody. Paul Skeens is your exception. Pittsburgh pitcher who's 21. MLB ready and starter for the National League is a 21-year-old rookie. He's pitched in 11 games. Amazing. He's amazing. He throws 101 on the corners. Anyway, Cubs and Cardinals feel good about what they got in the draft that happened yesterday for Major League Baseball. Weather with Greg is coming up next.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions. Did you know we specialize in underground sewer, water, and drainage pipes? We install and repair the water lines coming in your house or building and the sewer and septic lines leaving your house. From water lines, sewer lines, or drain lines, or even your septic system, Lands Underground has the solution for your problem. Residential, commercial, and industrial, Lands Underground has a solution for you. Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Tim Onstad, Dixie Chopper and Dedicated Diesel. How about my Dixie Chopper? Got any deals?
Yeah, I was in one of the farm stores yesterday. I won't say their name. And I saw a Husqvarna mower for $6,500 zero turn. I guarantee I can get you on a Dixie Chopper, the king of zero turn mowers. Much better quality for at least $1,000 less.
And plus you service it.
Yes, Andy and Jeremy will service them right there in Urbana and take care of you.
Walk through that process of getting a new Dixie Chopper.
You go in and see Andy, and he'll lay it out for you, the prices. There is financing available. There are various discounts for first responders, veterans. It goes on and on. We'll get you in and want to get the right price. Andy will take care of it. You can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Here's what new customers are saying about Interstate Batteries.
It's nice to see capable and helpful associates. They did a top-notch job.
They were easy to talk to and explained everything.
Service was prompt and I was a walk-in. Total service time was only like 20 minutes. I highly recommend Interstate Batteries.
Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. How much is dependable worth? Experience them for the first time at 2504 North Mattis. Way out there, but worth the drive. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Visit interstatebatteries.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Benham is today. Busy and active weather pattern the next 24 to 36 hours. First, dealing with the heat and humidity. Then later on this afternoon, up north and northwest of Champaign and Champaign counties, severe storms will erupt. They'll time out here into the late afternoon and more likely early on this evening. And for a time overnight tonight as well. Cooler, drier, though, will settle on in over the middle and late portions of the week. Up to 93 today. Heat index values to about 107 later this afternoon. Space about water them down, as we say in the old livestock side, with a mostly sunny sky and a gusty southwesterly wind. Late this afternoon, early on tonight, thunderstorm clusters will come rolling in from the northwest. Probably a weather watch or two as well developing, with a low down to 74. More storms after midnight. For the day tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms in the morning. A lesser chance in the afternoon, partly sunny, hot, humid, a high around 90. A couple of showers and thunderstorms early tomorrow night, down to 68. Turning cooler, less humid for the day. Wednesday, partly sunny, 82. Highs in the upper 70s. Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. We are a locally owned community bank that has served the area since 1955. Fisher National is rooted in the communities we serve. We pride ourselves on providing financial resources that match or better the mega banks. We are your friends and neighbors who are involved in your communities and take a vested interest in seeing our customers thrive and prosper. Offering a line of rewarding consumer-centric deposits, home mortgages, small business banking, and agricultural lending. There are no compromises banking local with Fisher National. Our convenient online and mobile tools are second to none. We'll work hard to meet your financial needs and earn your trust. Learn more about Fisher National at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches. Our team looks forward to serving you.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions here. Hey, we come across customers every single day that they've had one or two, maybe three companies there and have been told their sewer line or drain line's broke. The homeowner's getting ready to spend money, and then they call us, we show up, we stick a camera in the line, and we're able to show them the inside of the pipe, what the problem really is. Then we can offer you solutions to deal with this, and now you are in control of this decision. That is Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions' mission. Provide good, honest, upfront solutions to customers and let them make the decision.
Here's your OSF Healthcare Medical Minute.
Hi, this is Awad Al-Yami. I'm a pediatrician with OSF Healthcare. I think the most important thing about summertime is two things, is injury prevention. So make sure when you're around water, take care of water safety. And also when you're playing with bicycles and scooters, make sure your kids are wearing helmets. And the other thing is sunscreen and hydration. We do vaccines along with school physical visits and well child checks. School physical is actually a requirement from the state. Typically it's needed for pre-K every 2 years, kindergarten, 6th grade and 9th grade, okay? But also your child needs their well child check or annual visit for health supervision every year. You have all sorts of options to get scheduled. You can call over the phone, you can do it over online. If you have My Chart, you can do that as well. Or you can just walk into the office and we will help you out.
For more information, visit osfhealthcare.org.
Norm Miller here, chairman of Interstate Batteries. You know, without batteries, life would be pretty lifeless. That's why Interstate All Battery Centers carry them in every size, shape, and style so you can drive, drill, call, film, or do whatever it is you want to do. Stop in today. They've got the power to keep you going. Interstate All Battery Center, Outrageously dependable.
Interstate All Battery Center. You'll find them outrageously dependable just over Interstate 74 at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign, with batteries for most every application in stock.
To make sure you left the house with enough change when you had to make a call, right? Like, listen.
All right, ESPN 93.5. We'll be back in the morning. Diane Ducey will return. The boys on this afternoon as they have a show. They've been in and out. Lonte, I think, is back today with Derek Piper and Kyle Tosco. Look forward to that as well. Wow, what a turbulent weekend. We talked most of the time about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Milwaukee is the site of the Republican National Convention. How will that look? How will that feel? Will Donald Trump go from fighter to healer? Maybe. They said he's rewriting the whole speech. Country needs brought together. Can we turn down the temperature on both sides of the aisle? Will that last longer than an hour and a half? Time will tell, my friends. Time will tell. Thank you so much for listening to ESPN 93.5. We shall return to you, God willing, in the morning. Pray for your country. And thank you for listening. This is ESPN 93.5. The Greenie Show coming up next. It's 5 till 9.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Whether your project is below ground, above ground, or you're just breaking ground, United Rentals has the equipment and tools you need. They rent and sell everything from forklifts and backhoes to scissor lifts, trench shoring systems, and portable restrooms. They also offer a complete range of industrial tools for any job, small or large. Count on United Rentals for the world's largest rental fleet, backed by a team of equipment experts ready to help you get the job done. For the branch nearest you, visit UnitedRentals.com or call 800-UR-RENTS.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy car battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
Here's your OSF Healthcare Medical Minute.
Hi, this is Awad Al-Yami. I'm a pediatrician with OSF Healthcare. I think the most important thing about summertime is two things, is injury prevention. So make sure when you're around water, take care of water safety. And also when you're playing with bicycles and scooters, make sure your kids are wearing helmets. And the other thing is sunscreen and hydration. We do vaccines along with school physical visits and well child checks. School physical is actually a requirement from the state. Typically it's needed for pre-K every 2 years, kindergarten, 6th grade and 9th grade, okay? But also your child needs their well child check or annual visit for health supervision every year. You have all sorts of options to get scheduled. You can call over the phone, you can do it over online. If you have My Chart, you can do that as well. Or you can just walk into the office and we will help you out.
For more information, visit osfhealthcare.org.
Tim Onstadt, GFT, Gale Frericks Trucking and Dedicated Diesel. All right, so Gale Frericks Trucking, could you use some regional drivers?
Yeah, we've got a couple of spots for regional drivers, and right now we're starting a push to pick up some of those regional drivers that may want to be home a little more in the fall, whether they got kids playing football or whatever. We've got 4 spots for grain haulers in the fall, and of course those are going to go. First pick of those will go to guys that are on a regional group. So if you want to be around home and drive in the fall and haul grain, get on board now. $4,000 sign-on bonus, $1,200 a week guaranteed, and that will carry through to the fall on the hauling the grain. We've got 4 of those spots open. Just give me a call at 765-793-7131 or email me at timo@gftlog.com.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club?
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!